Take two. Okay, so we've done a lot of videos so far on where we've been, the fun travels we've gone to in the No Cure Caravan. But I think it's important to realize why it's called the No Cure Caravan and a little bit of what today's travel is about. I'll just give you a quick overview. It's one of Shelly's treatments, one of her tests as well. But really, what is her cancer and what is what's the prognosis and all that kind of stuff? Because we have gotten a lot of questions about that.
So that's interesting. So 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with neuroendocrine cancer. I had symptoms where, like some very disgusting, yucky gastric symptoms that I'm not going to talk to you about today. But I also had where I could not stay awake. I fell asleep in a parking lot picking up food in the April before I was diagnosed. I would sleep 20 hours a day and nobody could figure out what was going on. So I went to the family doctor again and I said, look, my liver enzymes, although they're not that high, they're double what they were a year ago. Just can we please take a look at my liver? So at my urging, we went and we did a CAT scan, an MRI, which led to the biopsy, and I was officially, diagnosed at the beginning of August, first week of August in 2023. I think I've had this for a year or two before because symptoms, the brain fog, all of that started happening well before the diagnosis.
And today's an important day because today is the day after the 2-year anniversary of your diagnosis. Also want to point out we're currently in the Mayo parking lot, so you'll hear some cars going back and forth. We can't control that because there's a lot of folks here at Mayo today. In fact,
we've even seen people we know at Mayo.
We have seen people we know at Mayo. I've got a text group of husbands of folks who are here at Mayo. It's kind of interesting. And I have a T-shirt. But why don't you explain your T-shirt?
Oh, my T-shirt, it says, Unreliable Narrator.
Why is that?
Well, because when I first got diagnosed, we told our kids, Zane and Jillian, and Zane's wife, Mallory, what was going on. And they didn't believe me. They felt that I was an unreliable narrator of my own circumstance. I played it down a little bit at that point, but they heard stage 4 and they couldn't understand why I wasn't in hospice or something already. And, it turns out that some people can live very long lives, and I hope that I'm one of them. It will be constant treatments for the rest of my life. Whatever, I'm cool. Had my gallbladder removed in May, which has helped some of the symptoms go away. But every 3 weeks, I get 2 shots in the butt in Mayo. So we drive from Howey in the Hills.
Where are the 2 shots?
In the butt.
Oh, okay.
On the butt.
On the butt,
not in the, on the butt.
Right.
And so I get those. It's called Sandostatin, and it goes to prevent the my neuroendocrine cancer from secreting serotonin, gut serotonin, different from the brain serotonin. But that those extra
things that go in. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in the comments section, we'll put a link to sort of explain this stuff, because Shelly's not a doctor, I'm not a doctor.
And also,
even though I do have a Mayo Clinic shirt today, which Shelly bought for me.
And also, one of the things that I have is just this incredible brain fog that in the days before I get a hormone blocker to block those hormones, I'm a mess. And I've got a few hours to go. And so that's why I'm acting kind of like forgetful. So
maybe we should do this video after the shots.
And that way they get to see what's going on, So anyway, so I am not, the kids now believe, after our daughter Jillian flew from Brooklyn to Mayo to get the real scoop at one of my appointments, she now realizes that she knows the full scope, and I know what's going on. I had a radiation last year. It was an intravenous radiation called PRRT, which initially shrunk many of the tumors a little bit. And I went in for a scan this week, or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
And they are stable. So my condition, the tumors themselves are stable, the carcinoid syndrome, the brain fog, and everything else that goes with it, flushing, red face, all that kind of stuff, that's still on, some of the time, especially close to my next injection.
She gets a lot of flushing. What I'll do is I'll put in on the screen here, or here, or here, not sure where we're going to put it, but we'll put on the screen some of her numbers so you can see the impact that PRRT had. It was very impactful. It really helped quite a bit.
And generally it lasts about 2 years on people. Some people have had it last 4, but there are new treatments like a PRRT with an alpha particle that I could do next, which could just extend my life even more. So, I'm good. I'm not dying anytime soon, but I also am not well enough to work because, as in recent years, I had been doing real estate. I would not trust myself with a contract right now because of the brain fog. But I couldn't go back to being a reporter because I can't sit down and write a sentence and I can't remember anything. So that's some of the hard stuff.
But there are certain weeks that you can. There's certain weeks like
great.
Right after you get your treatment.
For 2 weeks, I'm good.
For about a week and a half.
Yeah.
You're good. And then you could do those kinds of things. You could do some of the writing. You could do some of the videos. You could have fun. It's just that final week preceding her treatments that she has the sort of brain fog. She's not confident with herself and speaking, things like that. Well, no,
I can't believe we're doing a video today, but
yeah, you're doing perfectly.
Had an echocardiogram because
today,
this morning, that's why we're here today, and then a treatment later to check my heart valves because the treatment and the kind of cancer I have and those secreting hormones lead to heart valve leaking in many cases. So they keep an eye on that once a year, and so we'll see how that turns out, and I'll let you know.
Yep, we'll keep you updated here on this channel on everything that's going on. I think what you're going to see is, even though it's stage 4, that over the next little while,
stage 4 survivable.
What?
Survivable
stage 4, right?
I was trying to make a thing out of it, and it didn't quite work because brain fog.
But she's adorable anyway. So we'll keep you updated on all of her stats and all that kind of information here on the channel, as also at NoCureCaravan.com, where we do some of our writing, and you can see where we've been. We're going to be making a trip this week up to
Jekyll Island, Georgia,
so,
and our first campground. We haven't stayed at a campground yet, but we're going to try it out and see how it goes. There's also supposed to be rain, so please pray for us.
Rain's okay. Just means more time in the van with Shelly, which I like.
Mm-hmm. And Stanley.
And most importantly, more time with Stanley, who's currently having dinner. Or actually it's lunch right now. So stay tuned. More to come.